I'm Patricia Ostroski. I come from Pennsylvania. I lived most of my adult life in Philadelphia. And I started coming to Longboat Key in the mid-'80s. I became a resident. I started coming for extended periods of time in about 1990 and became an owner in 1995. I've been doing yoga about as long as I've been on Longboat Key. I started doing yoga in 1990, really on a fluke. I saw a sign and said, I think I want to do this beginner's yoga class, and I never went back. I had a friend who went with me to that beginner's yoga class, but I don't think she ever did yoga again. And I've been doing yoga both in Sarasota and in Philadelphia for those 21 years. I never wanted to be a yoga teacher, and I somehow decided in 2002 that I would take a yoga teacher's training program just to deepen my own personal yoga practice. At that time I did have a daily practice. So I took yoga teacher's training, never intending to teach a class, and in order to get the quote certificate, I had to teach a class for my teacher, and I just didn't want to do it. So she signed me up. She gave me a time slot when I was going to teach this class, with other students and the teacher. And I taught that class, and I actually had fun. And then I started teaching yoga. And I have found myself continuing to teach yoga both. In 2004, I taught quite a few classes in town at a place called Body and Soul that no longer exists. It was at Towles Court. And now I teach most all of my yoga on Longboat Key. I have 2 classes here at Bayport, and I have a class at Seaplace. My style is a combination of what is known as yin yoga and vinyasa. Vinyasa is a flow type yoga. Sun salutations are the cornerstone of vinyasa yoga. My classes are hatha yoga, which is considered gentle yoga, and I would say that they are a medium, not a fast style, but a medium style of practice. My favorite things in yoga are probably twists. And I like twists because I find them invigorating. Twisting is wonderful. Twisting is very invigorating. Really, it just feels good. It makes your body feel good. Makes you feel stronger. Makes you feel more flexible. And twisting is one of my favorites. I love all styles of yoga though, and I don't think I've ever met a yoga that I didn't like, a style that I didn't like. What I like to tell people, and I put it on very many of my yoga flyers, is bring an open mind. Because, I've heard the saying somewhere, whether you think you can or you can't, you're probably right. So I encourage people to come with an open mind. I also encourage people to respect and honor their bodies. Not to look at their neighbors, just because the person standing or sitting next to you can do a certain asana, which is a yoga pose, just because they can do that pose, doesn't mean that you should do it or that you should even want to do it. I very often tell my classes that those people who are on the cover of Yoga Journal, that they're born able to do those poses. They don't have to practice that. It just comes naturally to them. It all depends on your body structure. So I really do try to encourage people just to go, to know their limit, not to push themselves beyond that limit. Eventually, I would like to go to India and take some yoga in an ashram in India. I think that is probably maybe one of the ultimate goals of everyone who teaches yoga. I love yoga. Yoga is one of my passions. Yoga itself, the word yoga means union, and it really means the union between ourselves and the universe, the universal consciousness and our own individual consciousness. And yoga is good for everything. I find that I play better tennis as a yogini, as a yogi. Yoga is good for your body. It strengthens your body. It calms your body as much as it does for your body, it does for your mind.